What video game was so unfair that you unapologetically cheated? In GTA Online I abused the Fajia to the popular street garage glitch which earned you $2 mil in like 30 seconds. I made upwards of $100 mil. Somehow my account was unaffected by large waves of account resets for almost everyone. How locked did the glee? Dude, I had GTA V on my PC and installed a mod menu and accidentally gave myself 4,000,000,000 told my brother about it and he tried. Got his account banned. Mine never did, haha. Yeah, I went crazy with the glitch and didn't think of the consequences. Didn't get reset. My friend only did it twice. He got reset. Rockstar is wildly inconsistent with their bans. Online is basically a modder's paradise. Words with friends. I mean that stupid game lets the computer make words in other languages and words that are not even in the words with friends dictionary. So what's wrong with once in a while me Google one? When I've played FIFA career mode in the past I always have it on the hardest difficulty and am usually using a Suga team as well. But I just can't help myself when some random bull Suga adds to the computer thrashing me 3200. So I duck and go into the settings and put all the CPU's abilities to 0 and win 5-3 and erase the whole act from my mind like it never happened. In NHL when the opponent would get a bunch of random no screen blow line slapper goals, I would just swap control to the other team and pull their goalie. Not that Minecraft itself is super unfair, but once I died in the nether while using Elytra because of a pop-up from another program. I used /C to get all my stuff back. Fudgy Norton. Feo almost lost my Elytra in lava to data because of a pop-up from Google Chrome. Survived on 5 hearts. Didn't know about /C but it would have been super helpful in the past. If I'm playing a single player game I unapologetically cheat at all of them. I don't give a fuck. I have way over 500 video games spread out across at least half a dozen launchers on my PC, and I'm confident I'll never even play a lot of them, let alone complete them. So if I hit even the slightest bump in the road when playing a game I will Alt+Tab out of that shit. Hit up Google and do whatever I need to get over that bump. I will use codes, mods, videos, whatever. I don't care. Now if I'm playing a multiplayer game I won't cheat. Ever. Because I'm not a fun ruining ass bag. I like people like you. I've been known to go into the world editor in Civ when the AI does something completely out of line and unpredictable. What's wrong with Gandhi nuking the Suga out of you out of nowhere? Question mark? Milan's Secret Castle. I got it as a gift when I was a kid and spent hours doing nothing. As an adult I thought I'd try it on an emulator and prove to myself that I had become smarter with life experience. Nope. Even while cheating I was upset. Fudgeth the game. It was definitely unfair that Darth Maul wasn't playable from the start. Crash Bandicoot. Those sky bridge levels can suck a mangy ditch. I just ran along the ropes. Also, admittedly, the original Demon Souls. Without precedent or support it felt like total bullsuga, so I cheesed the dragon god, and giant spider thing. Not really cheating, since they're self-imposed rules. Fucking Pelipper in wild area in Pokemon Sword. I was Nether King. The thing was at a sliver of HP and paralyzed. 46 great balls, and it didn't get caught. More than once in that fight it crit several times in a row, and killed 2 of my Pokemon. That could fudge right off. I revived them. Whoever set the catch rates in Pokemon Gen 8 should be drawn and quartered. Any game that gets to the point of annoying. Even as a kid I had the game Genie on Northeast and SNES. I plan on cheating my way through Sekiro someday. As much as I like the game I just want to progress through and not be stuck on a boss for hours. Arma 3 has a wonky physics system that has a tendency to throw your armored vehicles in the air if you drive over a rock or a pallet wrong. Sometimes flipping it, in which case I have no qualms using cheats to set it right. The power of armor physics is equal to the power of a black hole. Do walkthroughs count? I generally avoid using them unless I'm really stuck, especially for some puzzle or boss fight. When I was a kid I thought Drawn to Life was wicked hard, so I always used the invincibility cheat. In retrospect I think I was just really sugar at the game. Final Fantasy Tactics. Damn. The difficulty curve on that game is steep. Save states to the rescue. Ace Combat 4. I'm a pilot and my friend just likes the game. He doesn't realize I get so much help because the laws of physics don't apply to that game. So I can go at 2900 miles per hour without the wings tearing off and kick his ass. And him thinking the standard rules apply. Wasn't unfair. I was just bad at it. I did a duplication glitch to be able to duplicate money in Terraria to reforge my things. That was the only way I was able to defeat Plantera. Zelda 2nd. I used a save state at the start of each dungeon, due to the bullsugar off sending you back to the beginning of the game if you die, and just before the Thunderbird, due to the last dungeon, being an insane gauntlet. Dino Ricky. Some Northeast's games were so hard that they had no ending. As if the creators never thought it would be beaten, so why bother? Even with Game Genie it was hard, and when finished it would just start back at level 1, but be 10 times harder, at which point it was unplayable even while cheating. Terraria. I was getting sick of dying in the Moon Lord battle, that I said screw it. Download an application to modify Terraria worlds. Gave myself powerful stuff, and did it, and I never looked back. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Northeasts, not the one based on the arcade game. The one before that. Every game started from the beginning. No save or restart points, and once you're out of lives, game over. I got close to the end several times without cheating, which is more than many players did, since it's notorious amongst games of that era for being too hard and unforgiving. Investing Harlock knows how much time in each attempt, only to end up with a game over some BS mechanic I had to play all the way through to even at MVT, so I Game Genied that bitch. TCH. I also Game Genied Battletoads, because of too many runs, where I got really far after all this time. Got screwed over there, and had to start from square one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles still gives me nightmares. Those damn underwater bombs. I used to play Monster Hunter extensively. I like the idea that, if you want something you can craft it. You kill monsters, get their most rarest parts. Then you send to forge an item with fixed stats and bonuses. Then you could mix and match different armor pieces from different armor sets to make your own custom set with its unique set of bonuses. It was an extra layer of depth, which I treated as a puzzle game where I studied all the armor pieces and their bonuses to see which combination could come up with the most relevant bonuses that I wanted. Alternatively, you could look up armor sets online and grind the monsters for the parts and complete the armor set you want. This was how Monster Hunter used to be way back then. One day Capcom decided that having fixed stats made players feel no reason to keep playing, since they've already achieved what they want to achieve. That's where they introduced Charms. Charms is a new armor piece. It gave you random bonuses from a huge list of bonuses. For starters, this broke the you can build your desired armor set meter. The real engine became farming charms. Some people might say BRTOUD on T Northeaster THE extra bono SESTOENT Higami. Fudgy guys. Technically those guys were correct, but it broke the spirit of those that loved twinking and playing the armor bonus puzzle game. We could no longer reliably craft the bonuses we want. If you wanted a certain charm, you would just have to pray and hope you get by the end of your farming run. To make things worse, the way the charm list is there were 12 or 20 each? Can't remember. Different charm tables. Some extremely strong charms were exclusive to certain charm tables. Here's the kickers. You are not told which charm table you were on. We did not know the existence of such charm tables until someone studied the game enough and made the info public. The charm tables were not rotated. You were stuck in the charm table you are in. This meant, if you did not know about this, you could be playing the game until the end of time and the charm with the bonuses that you wanted would never drop, since you were not on the correct charm table. I had immense pride for not cheating in the many Monster Hunter series that I played. All until that point. I cheated. Back then fellow Monster Hunters would communicate on Minigat. Hello anyone from there. Closed bracket comma. Me and a few fellow hunters actually gave a free service providing cheat codes for charms that players wanted, provided that the charm exists in the charm table. Technically legitimate charms. So yeah, I hacked and cheated. I spoiled my own game. A franchise that I loved. Charms are bullsugar and unfair. Thank you for reading my rant. Pathologic 2. Shortly after release, difficulty sliders were patched in with a message that was pretty much, "We can't believe we had to include a difficulty below brutal, but we did. For bitches like you." Bitch. I get what they mean about wanting the game to be a struggle for survival and for you to need to use your resources instead of hoarding them. But the damage from hunger and exhaustion meters are pure fake difficulty. I don't care about the magical element. I should not go from a full hunger meter to literally death from starvation in about 16 hours. I turned the damage meter right down. Accepted the devs thinking that I personally am a little bitch. And if I knew how to mod it so it did stamina damage instead of health damage, I would. Grand Theft Auto V Online mode. Everything is too expensive for grinding to be worthwhile. Fallout 76. I mostly duped resources because they made the grinding worse and worse. And well, I started first day of the beta with this shitfest, so I didn't care at all. The homeworld games. As a kid, I couldn't beat them, so I edited my saves to give me overpowered chips. But I was able to beat them legitimately when the remastered editions came out. Every clicker game with an auto clicker. Uncharted for crushing difficulty. I used slow motion on the final battle with Wraith. Empire Earth. The AI in that game is one of the most unapologetic cheaters I've ever seen, so I cheat to level the playing field. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. That one part where you're being tortured by an electric rod and have to mash/tap the X button fast enough to survive. It gets extremely ridiculous to the point where I had to use a spoon. Pretty much, you put the spoon over the button and slide it back and forth to tap the button fast enough, lol. The Evil Within. Ridiculously low amount of loot. You get like 2 handgun ammo after encountering 20 enemies. So you would be forced to go stealth. Unlike in other games, there's always an alternative. Fallout. Because I was scared that I would come across a Deathclaw. I've grown balls now, but when I started to play it, I was a pussy. Kerbal Space Program. If using MechJeb is cheating, then I'm cheating. I made a chaos version of Minesweeper where the game adds more mines to the board as time progresses, making your job of clearing the mines a lot harder. If a space you calculated to be safe is now mine, and you click it, you might die. On the other hand, you finish the game a lot sooner, since you have less safe spaces to uncover. I had to cheat a few times by looking at where the mines are. Crusader Kings 2. If you play as a male ruler, there is a cheat that lets you know if your children are yours or were fathered by someone else. Whenever I use the cheat and find betrayal, I arrange for the death of my wife, her lover, and their base-born child. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.